Once upon a time, two men decided if they were making the cut. And then they made the cut. And now JT and Aaron are talking everything from wrestling to pop culture and beyond. Because it's no holds barred.
Will you back down, turn and run? Or stand up with the best? When your back's to the wall, what will your answer be? Will you run for the door? Will you run out on me like it's hard?
There's no holds barred.
Do you think Vince secretly wishes he recorded that song himself?
I'm sure he has.
You think he sang it during sex?
Oh yeah, not to Linda though.
No. With
He's
Linda,
crying. He's crying.
there's probably a bunch of holds barred with Linda. I'm sure
Linda's
she's
eyes.
don'ts and won'ts and can'ts.
Only for him though. When she's out of the town, it's open for anyone.
Fucking party time.
Party time here on No Holds Barred, where
Always.
we're every Saturday we're here, both audio and video. Any podcast application, audio format. For video, we're here on YouTube. You can subscribe right below. You can leave a little like ski for this video and a comment or two. We'll cry if you did that. And like I said, we're here every week at No Holds Barred every Saturday. Twice a month, we're doing drafts with our friends. And then our friends leave. And the other 2 weeks a month, we are doing a trip through the matriculation of every WWE World Title change of all time. We are in 1999. How many have we done? Do you have the number? Quick. Hurry. What is it now?
I don't know.
Hurry up.
I don't know.
43 times. We've done
43.
43. It's our 44th title change. We've done every single one until now.
I miss our friends when they're not here.
Depends. We talked about how 1997 into early 98 really shaped the top of our list. Our last episode ended up being one of the worst title changes we've done. And that was a bottom 3 all time. And that was Mankind versus The Rock at the 1999 Royal Rumble, which we're not fans of. And next up tonight, we're going to be talking their third title change, or fourth, I guess, technically, if you count the Deadly Games. That would be 1, 2, 3, fourth title change in the series that we're going to cover tonight.
Did you think I was frozen?
I don't know. I can't tell anymore.
I kind of glimpsed at myself, and I'm like, I wonder how still I could be. Who do you think you could be more still, you or I?
Oh, you.
1, 2, 3, go.
I think I won. You don't have crippling ADHD. So halftime heat, January 31st, 1999.
So I could not watch this. So this was on USA Network, right? You had to switch over to USA. And are you frozen?
No.
Me either.
Call me up.
So I couldn't watch this. So this is during the Super Bowl, and no USA Network.
Do you get the Super Bowl in Canada?
We do, but I'm going to say something. So there was a period, I forget when it happened. I want to say it must have been around 2001, 2002, where the Canadian government passed a law that I don't know exactly what the law says, but what it amounted to was that we were no longer able to get the USA feed commercials.
Oh.
So like part of if you're not like, I'm not a big football fan, but I would watch the Super Bowl.
Right.
And I wouldn't watch it just for the commercials, but it'd be that little, I always wanted to see the Bud Bowl with the beer bottles running around and all that shit. But yeah, they did that, and it killed viewership for a while here until people found workarounds. It's such a stupid, dumbass thing. Let me watch what I want to fucking watch.
Right? Fuck the man. My buddy's dad, who just passed away, a couple of months ago. One of the first real media collectors I knew, he used to VHS record every Super Bowl.
Oh.
And this is like in the mid 90s. He had done them all. It's like from when you could record. So like he had a stack of tapes in his closet in the mid 90s. I had like every Super Bowl he'd record it and everything.
Do they release the Super Bowl on like DVD or Blu-ray?
I think they did a DVD set when DVD sets got hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that feels like a no-brainer. Like for the league to make money.
Oh yeah. I mean, NFL Films is like a big deal. Like they do tons of DVD stuff, like collections or whatnot, and then NFL Network. I was working with them when they first launched, and their whole network was literally NFL Films. Like that's all they used to do. Now I don't think they show any. It's all more current day content, but at that time it was all just old NFL Films compilations, old Super Bowl greatest hits Super Bowl stuff. So I'm pretty confident they did a DVD release of all the Super Bowls, and then Sports Illustrated used to do one too of the team that won. I think they did that for like all sports or whatever. They would do like a chronicle of their season with the championship stuff included. But anyway, neither here nor there. I did watch this live. I was in
Well,
college.
it's a bit here. It's a
Yeah,
bit
a
here.
little bit here. Not there though. I did watch this live in college. I was very not happy during the Super Bowl. This is when the Jets choked away, a chance to be in the Super Bowl for the only time since 1969. To that point, the closest they got, they made the AFC title game. They were up at halftime on the Broncos and ended up losing.
Oh, is this the Bronco win year?
This is when the Broncos beat the Falcons. The Jets, I'm confident in piss off Jack Hill, but I'm confident the Jets would have killed the Falcons just like the Broncos did because the Jets were legit that year. They went like 12-1 down the stretch and were pretty locked in. So I think they would have won that game pretty handily. You can already see Chad typing. But I think the Falcons were a fake 14-2. They weren't winning that game. They shouldn't even beat Minnesota.
Would Minnesota have beat the Jets?
Maybe. Minnesota was legit. Randall Cunningham was awesome that year. I think Vikings Jets was the Super Bowl everyone wanted. We didn't get.
Hey, who do you think would have won the 1993 Stanley Cup if Toronto had made it?
Probably Toronto.
Maybe.
Yeah. Definitely Toronto.
When are we starting the hockey podcast, by the way?
That's not me. Chad Campbell. When are we starting Southern Pucks?
There he is.
From Montreal to Memphis, hockey edition.
Pucks and pricks.
Pucks and pricks. Yeah. No, I mean the Falcons were. I mean, I don't know. They were pretty good, but probably the AFC was stronger that year. That's my analysis.
None of these things mean anything to me, but that's good. I'm glad. I'm happy you guys have this.
Thanks for popping in, Chad. Unless you want to hang out, watch Halftime Heat. What do you want to do? You want to hang out? All right, Chad's gone. All right, so we're all queued up. Let's dive in. Like I said, I did watch this live in the dorm during the Broncos. It was a big deal at the time because they also debuted the Attitude commercial, right? Or was that the year before the Attitude? No, it was this one.
Get it?
Yeah,
that one?
No, not that one.
It?
This one, the Attitude commercial, where they're walking through Titan Tower and they throw the guy off the building and Sable
that's not the same one. Isn't that the same one?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it is. But it's not the first, good guys. That's not that one. This is, at the end, Vince has got it. Yeah, that's at the end. Yeah, so that debuted in the Super Bowl as well. Yeah, it was a pretty big deal for WWF. Like, they weren't public yet. A year before this, they had Tyson, but they were still in the tank, and, WCW was routing them. And here they are a year later. WCW is flailing. They're back on top. And they're having a show at halftime of the Super Bowl with a commercial airing during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Pretty big deal.
Get it?
Was this a celebrity death match too? Was that with Austin?
That was something I never got. Right.
Chad, can you look that up? I'm curious since you're hanging out anyway.
I love how you're using Chad as a secretary for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like Tim.
You want to sit in the producer's seat? You got to produce.
You gotta be a czar. You probably also had Mankind in Chef Boyardee commercials, but not during the game because Chef Boyardee is a cheap ass brand. I don't think that shot was necessary, Tim, but lots of people like Chef Boyardee.
Fuck Chef Boyardee.
I'm not a fan of him.
All right. So what year was Super Bowl? I don't know numbers for Super Bowls. What was 32? Was that 97?
1932.
Okay, the year before 98. Okay, so that was Broncos Packers.
The Broncos win that one too.
They won back-to-back, yeah.
Did the Packers win back-to-back also?
They went back-to-back, but they didn't win both. They beat the Patriots, then they lost to the Broncos, then the Broncos beat the Falcons. So the year before Celebrity Death Match, that was with Austin. That was a big deal, too. So anyway, big deal here. We're on USA. They were airing a full episode of Heat during the game. Then they cut away when they went live when the game went to halftime.
This was live in the arena? It wasn't taped before.
You know what? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
The halftime heat must have been taped before.
Probably, yeah. Oh, yeah, because they're doing all kinds of camera cuts and stuff. So, yeah. But my point is, they went live to it. Like they were showing canned heat stuff before that. Like they're showing video package, Jamiroquai canned heat. They're showing that before, and then they went live to the ring when it was time to go. So,
Yeah.
all right. Anyway, fuck off. So
Who
I would say.
fucks off?
Let's start. We are queued up. I am on 27:25 on the cock.
I am 2 hours 38:46 on the
That's
best
a
of
long-
mankind.
Oh, okay, the best. Oh, forget it. Don't even follow along there. All right, we're paused on Peacock. If you have to go to Heat. The Heat category, go to season 2, and then it's like the episode from January 31st. All right,
or if you're on the network, just type in halftime.
maybe. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and play.
What's wrong with Mankind's head? Has he shaved the front of his face?
He's got the Bigelow bald wig. No, I think it's the tape from the cut from the Rumble.
Oh yeah, because this was filmed like 2 days after, right?
Yeah. He's still selling the.
I cannot stand that they play his music.
I know.
Like
This is their first ever empty arena match, right? I know the most famous one is Lawler and Funk, but WWF wise, I think this is the first one they ever did.
Do you think Sean had many matches against his sobriety in an empty arena?
Empty house.
Empty house, empty marriage.
I love that he's got Vince with him for this. Oh, he's not even wearing the tracksuit top. He's got the cutoff.
This is better.
That looks better.
I can live with this. I think it's the V-neck of the tracksuit.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind seeing a well-endowed woman in that tracksuit.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be a lovely image.
Well, he is. I mean, he's got the tits. That's the whole reason this is going on, right? So, Vince. Sorry, I forgot Vince does solo commentary for this.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. I think this is in Phoenix, right? Is that what? Phoenix sticks out for me for some reason.
Vince just said he doesn't have to dignify defending the championship in this manner. Why did he have to?
I'm sure that again, I think this is what we're missing in this feud is the week to week. We talked about this last episode. I think we're missing some of that throughout this time period. Is that we don't have the week to week evolution of how this stuff all came to be. But I'm sure he was forced by, Sean or Linda or something to do this.
So we're getting the pandemic 2020 acting that goes with wrestling.
Yeah, for some reason this one doesn't bother me as much.
No, although like it like the crowd really masks how much fucking noise Mankind makes.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no way him and his wife are having sex with the kids in the house with that amount of noise.
Well, the funny thing is, like you referenced pandemic era, this is kind of their first cinematic match as well, because as we'll see as they go through, I know you haven't seen it, they do a lot of camera cuts and different angles, and like you could tell it's kind of cut together a lot of like first person views and stuff.
It's like this or I guess the Boiler Room would be an early attempt at that too, right?
Yeah.
But this is probably.
But they didn't do a lot of that stuff in the Boiler Room. They didn't do like first person camera angles.
I guess it was just.
They do that here.
That's right.
Where you're like looking from the view of the wrestler.
I just don't. What is the advantage of fighting in the empty arena?
I think the idea was that it benefited Foley. There was no help.
Favorite?
Well, there's no help from the corporation. So
Vince is there.
It's just Vince. It's just Mick though. There's no other. I mean, just Rock. There's no other people that could really. I mean, Vince isn't going to do anything. And then I think it's that Foley had the entire arena at his disposal to destroy the Rock with anything he wanted.
Doesn't he have that? Every time?
There's all fans in the chairs. Like now, he can just go and do what he wants.
Right, but with there's fans, he could assemble a posse of some kind if he wanted.
Right. Probably not going to happen. I think we'd have to watch the week to week to really get the gist of why they're doing it, but
yeah,
it's Foley the most. God,
I just love pissed off Vince, just standing there furious.
Might as well be Chatterton. Is that the most? Is Mankind the most slovenly like thrown to get a slop of a world championship contender here? Like he's got this shirt over the Job Squad shirt, a sock on his hand, bandages around a head under a mask. It's like,
yeah.
I guess maybe he ups himself in late '99.
Yeah, as soon as you said championship contender, like it, because I can think of like more slovenly wrestlers, but
Right.
not.
But world title main event level guy.
He's gonna win the world title dressed like that.
Yeah, like a clown. Tim Cable's with us as well in the producer seats, saying this is what we talked about last episode, right? It's like it's crazy that on top of the brutality of the Rumble, 2 weeks or a week later, whatever this is, they're running this Looney Tunes crap out there.
I'm
Like
gonna put this here just so everybody sees for a moment how beautiful Bret Hart is as a woman,
he is. He's a
and I
lovely
cannot
woman.
focus while
He's a
this
very
is
handsome
going
woman.
on.
Very handsome woman.
Yeah. I do like this casual kicking and piling the chairs.
Yeah, it looks cool. I think this, from what I remember, this match is okay until they start doing like the nonsense
The
with the
bullshit.
camera angles at the end.
Yeah. Okay, so we know how long the match is going to last. Second half begins in 15. Oh, they're going to start the clock. Okay.
Yeah. That's just when.
Oh.
That doesn't mean the match is going to last that long, but that's when they're going to dump out.
But that's brilliant to put up there because you don't want people flicking.
Right. Yeah. You don't want them going back and forth trying to see where the game's at.
He has to go on commentary here.
I wonder if was the Bud Bowl still going on at this point? So you don't know that either, huh? You're out of the loop.
No, the Bud Bowl I know.
Okay.
I talked about it earlier. You not listen when I talk?
No, you freeze half the time, so I can't tell. I don't know what you're saying. But I meant you would have been out of the loop on this one about the Bud Bowl. So anyway, I don't know if the Bud Bowl was on or not. I don't know if the Puppy Bowl was on or not. I'm not sure where we're at.
That wasn't yet. The Bud Bowl was
the Lingerie Bowl.
That was later too, I think. I don't think we got that. So what do you think they just filmed this in the afternoon?
Sometime before. It had to be before a live show. So whatever, maybe the Raw the week before, they probably did it. Because the Rumble was in California, right?
Yeah.
Anaheim. I'm guessing Raw, like I could swear this is Phoenix. I don't know if someone can. We get two producers in the chair here. One of you can check it out, but I feel like it's in Phoenix, which would make sense if Raw.
One of you should send me nudes too.
Was probably, you don't want, trust me. I think Raw was probably in Phoenix the next night or something, and that's where they taped this or whatever. But
it's like here's the thing though, is if you're not watching, if you're not a wrestling fan and you turn this on, what do you think's happening? Like
I know, right?
Hey, there's two guys walking upstairs in an empty building.
Yeah. I mean, Tim calls it too. He's like, it was a case where they had too good of an opportunity to pass up looking for the audience. Now that said, though, you could have just not done Rock Mankind. But I'll say this: I like the way they did it because this is one thing they wouldn't have done as well. I think in the '80s. I think in the '80s or something, they would have ran it in an arena and tried to pretend like they were live. They're pretending they're live here, but it's a little more believable, right? Because it's believable they'd be in an empty arena during the house. Like, what's not believable is they would be running a show during the Super Bowl that they're cutting into. It's probably not the case, right? I guess they could run one, but I don't know if they usually run Super Bowl Sunday house shows. It probably matinee if they do, is my guess. So it's less likely that they'd be showing something live with a crowd. So
the Montreal Canadiens have a running tradition of doing afternoon shows on Super Bowl. There's always one.
Right. So it's like matinee stuff or whatever.
Oh, this stair bump is pretty brutal.
But I think the end's kind of goofy. Where he's like basically dragging himself down. Yeah. But I think I like the way they did it because to me it's a little bit more believable that it could potentially be live versus if it was like in an arena, like, oh hey, we're here, whatever. Or it's like Chad and I are gonna be talking on Wrestling Warzone, right? With the Robin Hood match, where it's like they're trying to pretend like the match is still going in the arena during Robin Hood, like that it's a half-hour long match or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Where it was clearly not, right? No. They could have taken that approach here too, like they're cutting back and forth, but they didn't. So I like that.
I like, as much as I'm asking questions about the empty arena, I think it's cool. I like when they do different things. I think the only thing that maybe they could have done different is like maybe do like a big tag match to showcase more characters.
Yeah.
Like Austin.
Yeah, they could have done
there.
So I guess they were kind of making it like they had a show going on because they got Kevin and Michael Cole, and they were showing matches before this. So I don't know. I think one way they could have done it is do a big superstar tag in front of fans and just admit it was taped earlier in the day,
Yeah.
but you get to see it exclusively during halftime.
Or do it in the empty arena. Like I think that would have been fine too.
Yeah, but I think you want to show off the crowd almost. Like the crowds are so rabid during this time. If you're trying to
yeah.
hook new viewers, like seeing that crowd rabid. If you do a tag, Austin and Foley versus like Rock and Undertaker or Shamrock, like whoever you want to throw in there, like on the heel side for the corporation.
Like that was
yeah.
That was a pretty egregious camera cut because they were out in a hallway before, and now they cut back and they're just in a different room completely.
Cotton candy.
And they're fighting with. Are they going to fight with the cotton candy?
Yep, looks like it. Or at least the
As
pole.
soon as the cotton candy is thrown, I'm deducting a star from the match.
All right, Tim is confirmed. This was taped on January 26th. So that's prior to the Raw that would air on the 1st. So they used to do the.
Oh yeah.
They would do the live Raw the next night, tape for the next week. So this would have been before they taped the next week. So he's burning Mr. Sacco. I mean, like some of this is funny. Like it's like a Tupelo concession brawl callback, right, or whatever. So
great spot where like Foley like put his hand on the oven and burned it.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is this might be too hokey for a non-wrestling audience. With the sock and like
maybe.
I don't know.
They're not really being hokey though.
When he just put the sock on his hand and then threw it in the oven and killed it.
Well, that was kind of funny.
I liked it.
But it wasn't like they're not being completely goofy.
No, but I think you need to understand the character of Mankind and what the sock is to understand that bit at all.
And I guess he had a little bit of notoriety between the Chef Boyardee stuff and whatever else. Like Tim confirmed, Phoenix Convention Center. I thought it was Phoenix.
I do love the sound the hot dog buns made when they hit his head was.
Again, I'm cool with all this. I think it only gets kind of hokey to me at the end.
Yeah, because the hot dog buns, it's not an attack, it's an insult.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, there you go. Bottle of Jack.
He just told him to not make a mess. That's some good shit.
Good spot there. Drinks the Jack and Foley punches him and he spews it everywhere.
Oh.
Feel bad for whoever to clean up this kitchen.
They must hire a crew, right, to come in after?
Yeah, or their own cleaning crew, their ring crew, whatever.
A bag of popcorn.
That's pretty funny.
It is, but it's the way he's selling it that I struggle with. Like,
yeah, but I think that could actually knock you over a little bit. That's a pretty big bag, and if Foley's swinging it, it's not like it's a kid swinging it.
It's a bag of popcorn.
There's a lot of momentum. I think that was actually a callback. Isn't there? Foley talks about his book. Wasn't there like some him versus Owen Hart in some house show, and like Owen was using a bag of popcorn and selling it or something? Like I feel like this was like a callback spot. Here we go, back to catering. Let's see what luminaries we see in these chairs sitting in the cafeteria.
I guess the theory is that these people understand a match is happening.
In the back?
Yeah, I guess they're the crew.
Yeah, it's either the ring crew or agents or whatever. We'll see.
Because if not, like two people come in fighting, it's obviously strange.
No, it's definitely supposed to be like WWE crew members or whatever. We'll see if we see Terry Taylor. I feel like he'd be the guy sitting there.
Oh, it's just a pile of cups.
That poor salad.
Salad.
Oh, is that ham?
Did he just call him a fat fuck? Spaghetti sauce to the face. All right, I'm digging this. It's funny. I watched Uncensored 95, and I was writing Jenny Smith, and I was like, I'm watching it, and she's like, how do you like the Nasties Harlem Heat match? And I fucking loved it.
It's an amazing match. It's a great match.
And this is what this is reminding me of now. Like,
yeah. Sherry eating shit when she comes flying in is like so good.
They're all slipping and falling.
No, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But this is giving me those vibes.
Yeah.
He is such a mess.
It just feels like two guys who got into a fucking crazy bar brawl or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe you get. Like just two guys that hate each other, get drunk and beating the shit out of each other throughout a bar.
Did he lose a shoe?
Yes. Yeah, he lost it a while ago.
Okay. I just don't want to see anything nasty like a rock bottom on the concrete floor.
No, I don't think there's anything too like crazy in this match. Which again is what I was talking about in our last episode, where you come off of Foley he should have been dead, and now he's doing this like 2 weeks later. You know, I don't know. I don't know any way around it besides just not doing that murder, death, kill at fucking Rumble.
Or not do this, but I like this more.
Yeah, this is like kind of, and you don't want to take this away from Foley because it's such a big moment for him, like that he's the guy they're putting out there on the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, that could hurt a glass full of a bowl full of ice.
You guys all slipping. A guy just threw him a Coke or whatever that is.
He called him.
Pepsi.
He said, "Chico, throw me a Coke." Fuck, The Rock's the best. He pours it on his head.
This match is good for him because it showcases his ability to just be like a prick and run his mouth, and it's like right up his alley. You can hear everything he's saying.
Yeah. Vince speculates that it's on The Office. I do like the effect that who is in this office?
Let's find out. This looks like the office of like a auto repair shop or something. You know what I mean? Like you go to the back into the manager's office.
Just sit here while we change the tires.
Yeah.
I love that the camera had to run to it. I like that it doesn't look prepared. Phone's
I don't know
ringing.
who's in this office.
Please tell me Rock's going to answer the phone.
Yep.
Yep.
His mouth is full with the Rock's boot.
Yeah, I just want to know when my car is going to be ready.
It's like the office, like Tommy Boy or something. You know what I mean? Like that. Like
Yeah.
it's got that 80s wood paneling all over the place.
The phone is ringing again. Seriously, when are my tires?
This match is like worth a full rewatch with like audio up fully. So you got Rock, as Tim's pointed out, like Rock talking shit. He's almost like calling the match with Vince. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's making Mankind talk on the phone. This is so stupid, but it's good stupid. Because it's
self-aware.
It's self-aware. It's all in the realm of reality. Like
this chick just like melting at the Rock right now.
Yeah. Calls her fat. Look fat at all.
He's just overcompensating for the tits.
Yeah, no kidding. Mankind must have been so gross to touch right now with all the fucking food and ketchup caked into his arm, and
he's definitely the most, like I said, when he wins this, is like the sloppiest looking champion of all time when he wins this. Like the outfit was already ridiculous, and then he's just covered in all these stains and fucking food. No bueno.
Right.
God, this arena is like backstage is so dated right now. The purple and green carpet, the fucking wood accent.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to pass a carpet cleaner.
KK and Shane still calling the match in the arena.
Yeah. Who are they calling the match for?
Themselves? I don't know. Capel says Rock and Big Show got 2-for-1 tit surgery in January '98.
Nice.
There you guys, Rock unloading. I think it meant 99. Yeah, schmucked. I guess, are they outside it? Yeah, I guess on like a loading dock.
Loading dock. Vince screamed it a few times. A loading dock!
I'm surprised he didn't like mispronounce it like the backlot bra.
Or say, have a weird word for it, like
right.
The box shipping area.
The loading da.
I do like that Vince right now, I don't know if you're hearing the commentary, but he's basically like gone into full Vince face commentary.
Oh yeah. He's like over the top.
The most incredible match in WWF history.
Yeah.
What is that man doing? If that man is a forklift driver, he should be backing up. He should not be in there.
Oh, he can't back up. Look, he's got a room.
What's he doing there?
He was loading looks like kegs.
It's kegs. It is kegs.
See, this is where they lose me.
Yep.
It really was till the end. I thought everything else was great, honestly.
Yeah, I like the rest too.
Right here is rough. I don't know. Have you seen the finish before? I know you haven't seen the match.
Yes, I've seen the finish. And this is exactly the kind of finish I fucking hate.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Now the guy leaves. The guy's totally calm while this brawl is happening.
He was shook. He was just in
got
shock.
He's got his kegs 15 feet in the air for some reason.
Yeah, let's see. This is stupid. Like, we're seeing it from Rock's angle. We're seeing it from the keg. I can see the camera being from the keg, fine. But why are we seeing like Rock's view of what's coming down? That doesn't make sense. And there's no camera there. So it's like, obviously there's no camera. you could at least argue there's a camera with the kegs. You could put one there. But
And
why would there be a camera where Rock is and you don't see it again?
Yeah, and I want at least some part of Foley touching the Rock's body for the pin.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of just sitting on this. Otherwise, why aren't we just running people over with cars and like letting them
Yeah. They could have done a
beep,
better finish.
beep, beep, you know?
They could have done a better finish. Why not pin him under that and put him in the mandible claw and then Rock gives up or whatever because he's like
Yeah.
trapped and no way out, you know?
Yeah.
And that's it. They go out hard to the
Or drown him
Back to the
in
game.
a bowl of punch or something.
or bolognese from the buffet.
Any one of those would have been better.
All right. Well, that was fun. Actually, I haven't seen that in forever.
No, I'm good with that. So we rank these things in 5 categories.
Mhm.
Match quality, significance, the moment,
After Mags.
build, and aftermags. Yes. So listen, I was angling towards a 7 on the match, but I really hate the finish. So I think fuck it. I laughed a lot. I'm still gonna go 7.
Yeah, me too. Because 6 puts it equal to the Rumble, which we didn't like.
Yeah. Well, I think the match is maybe better in the Rumble. It's just the ending, right?
Yeah. Yeah, true. So I guess they're kind of similar in a way. They both kind of have shitty endings.
But I had more fun watching this one. So
yeah,
I'm
but we
good
also
with
knew the
it.
dread coming with the Rumble. Like, if you didn't know that was coming, it's probably not as bad, you know?
Yeah. He also didn't promise with this one to like.
Yeah.
Imagine if he'd promised with I'm going to make you guys forget about the Rumble. Like, what would it have been?
Right.
Significance, again, I don't think this is very high here.
Well, the title change doesn't have much. It's undone a few weeks later on Raw. But I think the halftime heat piece is pretty significant because it's their first ever live during the halftime of the Super Bowl. It's a big deal. They did the Attitude commercial. They picked these guys to be the showcase for that.
Yeah.
It's kind of an announcement that like they're not just a wrestling company anymore. Like they're kind of evolving past that now in '99.
We make movies.
Make movies, Paul. And by 2000, they're publicly owned company. You know what I mean? So it's like publicly traded company. So this kind of starts the march to that over the next year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 4.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All on the back of halftime heat.
I think. Are you at all surprised that they didn't involve Austin in some way?
Yeah.
Like, because everyone, like, even you're involving Vince. Like, even if you put Austin and Vince on commentary.
Yeah, that would have been fun. And then maybe Austin decks him at the end and we cut off, we go off on that. But maybe they didn't want to take away from Foley in the moment.
Winning.
Yeah, and Austin already helped him once. So maybe they thought but I guess if he's attacking Vince, he's not really helping Foley.
Yeah.
I think even if Austin is popped up at the end behind, like if they end with Mankind holding the belt and then they cut quick and Vince is at the commentary table and Austin pops up from behind the barricade with no fans and decks him to the side of the head and Vince falls and then they cut away.
We get one of those Vince yeah,
like
those
that could have
yells.
been funny. Yeah, that could have been funny.
The moment, I don't know. This one's like it's like on one hand, I laughed the whole way through, so I have to give it something for that because it was fun. But it wasn't like I don't feel good for Mankind winning. It just feels like this other little speed bump, right?
Yeah.
So
plus the finish is bad.
I think I'm gonna go 3 on the.
Yeah, him sitting there on the kegs. Yeah, I mean I like it better than the Rumble. Vince yelling is good. It's memorable.
I think. How do you think this works as a promotional tool? Do you think it are they trying to get new fans? Are they trying to win back old fans? Because I
think they're
this
hoping
does
someone
both.
tunes in and sees it.
Yeah.
Either way. But even if not in that moment, it's something they can say they did for years.
Yes.
Like they had a world title changed at the halftime of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they, if anything else, it's that. And I do think it got a pretty good number. Tim, I don't know if you could check that real quick for us or Chad, but I'm pretty sure I think it did very well for its slot and what it was. But build, I don't know if there was much. It's a week later. I'm going to go same as I did for the Rumble. I think it's
3.
the same thing. It's like 2 weeks later, they get to a different type of match. Whatever.
And look, the aftermath, I don't know. It's like fine.
I mean, it sets up Valentine's Day Massacre with I guess it's not I Quit.
No, I'm gonna go 4 for aftermath.
What do they do? Oh, Last Man Standing, right?
Yeah, and then they both get knocked out. We're not gonna talk about that much.
All right, so that's a 42.
42. Okay, that's not going to be too bad. Okay, at least we're not tied with anything.
No. So where's that at?
Okay, so that's going to land it at the 32nd best
Okay.
title change of all time.
So 32nd out of 45, 44. So that's probably about where I would have expected this to be. We get 11 million viewers, 6.6. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. 11
Yeah.
million people tuned in to watch this. So that's
Well, and that's why I kind of been. I'm glad it did well.
Mm.
That's why I'm kind of asking if it was like about the promotion, like who they're using should also
right.
be in there. You know, if you're gonna have that many eyes.
Yeah. I think this would have worked though. I don't know what more you could have done. Unless again, if you're gonna have Austin, I think you need the crowd.
I think the big tag match or Austin with Vince, maybe. I don't know.
I think you need the crowd though with Austin. Like I think Austin in empty arena is not hitting as much because you're not doing some of the goofier shit you did with Foley probably.
Right.
All right. Yeah. So, I think that feels about right.
Yeah.
I was looking to see. I know at one point we had the slate here with our top 10, but I cannot find it.
Well, we'll just have to read it, and you'll have to imagine.
Mm.
So as it stands right now, immediately now, the number 10 best title change
Call
of
me
all
now.
time. Number 10 best of all time. Hanging on is Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage. The Mega Powers exploding for WrestleMania 5, and that has 69 points.
Just above that, a 71, surprisingly enough, is Mankind versus The Rock from Survivor Series 98, Deadly Games. Like, pretty surprising to me that ended there.
Yeah, I would agree. Number 8 is Randy Savage dethroning Ric Flair from WrestleMania 8 with 72 points.
All right, right above that is another Mankind versus The Rock, and that is from January 4th, 99. Happened December 28th, 98, the one we talked about a couple episodes back. That was with 72, tied with the one right above it.
Yeah. Right above it is Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant from the main event, February 88.
Above that is Hulk Hogan versus the Iron Sheik from January of 84.
Yeah. Number 4 is the 1992 Royal Rumble, in which Ric Flair wins with 78 points.
And then we got a big jump up to number 3, Bret Hart versus The Undertaker, SummerSlam 1997, and that has 90 points. So our top 3 really is set apart.
Yeah,
number
top
2
3 is definitely a cut.
Right. Number 2.
Number 2 is Steve Austin. Number 2, Steve Austin defeating Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14 with 93 points.
And our number 1 match, world title change of all time at this time, is Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, Montreal, Survivor Series 1997, 94 total points. So just one above Austin Michaels. So that's our best.
So far, it's interesting because we've talked about, like, how is this feud going to hold up? We have 2 close to the top 10, or actually 2 in the top 10 currently from Mankind Rock. And then we have 2 closer to the bottom.
Right.
So I'm guessing the mileage may vary depending on what you think of Rock Bottom, of what you think of St. Valentine's Day Massacre that we're not going to talk about. Our next time will be the Raw match.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, that's going to kind of be the rubber match decider for us, right? That's one that doesn't stick out too well in my mind.
Well, it's got like a bullshit finish, I think, right?
Yeah, the giant Big Show comes out and chokeslams Foley or whatever, and helps Rock win, I think. So, well, I don't know much about the match before that, so we'll see. I think the aftermath may get helped a little bit because now that's the last of the hot potato changes. That one leads us to Mania directly. So it also sets up Foley and Big Show for Mania. So there's something there too. So anyway, we'll see. All right, that's it. So we'll be back next week with another draft. 2 weeks from now, we'll be back with that match from February 15th, 1999, Mankind Rock, our final installment of the feud. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Check out everything we have to offer. North South Connection. Subscribe on podcast applications and on YouTube. Leave us a comment. We love you. Goodbye. Dookie's dropped.
Bye, Jockass.